Modular origami uses one series of folds to create a single unit. The series of folds is folded over and over again on multiple pieces of paper and then put together to form a more complex object. We're going to be talking specifically about the Sonobe unit. The Sonobe unit can be used to make many different shapes. So for instance, 3 Sonobe units can be put together to form this shape. 6 Sonobe units form this cube. 12 were used for this shape. And 30 were used for this shape. In this video, we'll look at how to create the Sonobe unit, how to put 3 Sonobe units together to form this shape, and how to put 6 Sonobe units together to form the cube. Let's get started folding. You will need several sheets of square paper. I'm using origami paper for this demonstration, but you can use magazines, regular paper cut into squares, anything you like. This paper is colored on one side and white on the other side. It helps for the video, but it's not important. You can have the same colored side. So we're going to begin by folding your paper in half. Okay. Then you'll want to unfold the paper, and then we'll fold each of these edges into the center. So, first one, right into that center line. Make a nice crease. Second one, right into the center line. And make a crease. Okay. Then we're going to open up what we folded. And now we're on the back side. If you have two-sided paper, you'll definitely want to be on the back side of the paper. Now, for this Sonobe unit, it's very important that you fold each unit all the same way. So I begin always on the lower left corner, just because it's stuck in my head and I can remember it that way. So the lower left corner is going to fold up and meet right at that crease line. Okay. And then I'm going to turn the paper around, and this will be the opposite corner, but still the lower left will come right up and meet that fold. Okay. So now we're going to refold those last 2 folds that we made. So your paper should look like this. Okay. So these corners that are not folded are going to come up and be folded right to this edge here. Start the crease. Okay. And this was going to get tucked right in under that flap. And now we'll turn it, and this corner that doesn't have a fold will get folded up to meet this edge. Just like that. So this fold here actually acts as a guide. You can see that the fold is created right along that same line. And this is going to get tucked into the flap too, but it's kind of like closing off a box top. You have to open up the little pocket there and stick it into the flap. Just like that. And then the final fold, so we've got this side that's got the edges of the paper on it, and this side that is flat. So we'll turn it over to the flat side up, and we'll take one of these long corners and bring it up to this corner here. Make a nice crease. And then this one, we'll be doing the same thing, but when we fold this one up, it will look like we have a little square. So this is our first unit. To begin, we will start with the 3-unit Sonobe shape. So you will need 3 units. You'll need to make an additional fold by having the Sonobe unit with the pocket side up and folding it over along this diagonal of these 2 pockets so that you end up with a shape that looks like this. So if you fold and you end up with a shape that looks like this, simply unfold and refold along the other diagonal. Okay. So you'll need to do that with all 3 Sonobe units. Okay. Then to begin, our first unit and our second unit will be placed perpendicular to each other. We've got them pocket side up, and the point of the second unit will slide right into the pocket of the third unit, or of the first unit. Okay. So then we will get our third unit. It's going to go perpendicular to our second unit and parallel to our first. So its little point will slide right in there. Now, we're going to be making this shape right here. So you can see that you can see 3 different papers. So that is going to be right here. This will be this little tip. And in order to do that, we need to bring the point here and put it into the pocket there. So the point of the first paper will go right into the pocket of the third. And this is a little tricky, and sometimes you have to kind of fold and refold, but you'll get there in the end. And it'll look like this. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to be doing is creating the other side, and it's a little bit more tricky in the sense that we're going to be using those little second folds that we made. So we'll start again with our first piece of paper. Okay, so we've got our first piece of paper and our third piece of paper, which is right next door. And we're going to take the third piece of paper and we're going to put it right into the pocket there of that first sheet. Okay, just like that. And then we'll rotate our little unit around. Now this is our second piece of paper, and we're going to take the point of our second piece of paper or our first piece of paper and slide it right in there, just like that. Okay. And then we'll turn once again, and this point will be slid right in there. Just like that. And once you have them all together, you have quite a sturdy little shape. They just kind of hold each other in place. It's pretty cute. Seems like it could be an ornament. You can string them up together. next shape that we'll try is the 6-unit Sonobe shape. So this turns out to be a cube. So we're going to begin similar to the last one, where we will have 2 units, pocket side up, perpendicular to one another. And the second unit will slide right into the pocket of the first unit. And then our third unit will come along and slide perpendicular to the second and parallel to the first. And just like in the last one, this first point will come over and slide into the pocket of the third. And this will create the corner of our cube. So, just like that, we have one corner of the cube. Okay. So now we're going to move along to the next corner. So this corner is going to need another little piece of paper. So I'm going to use the green here. Now this will slide into this corner here. And if I fold this around, I know what shape I'm working for. If I fold that one around, I can see, oh, yeah, it needs to go into this pocket here. So the cube's pretty easy because it's kind of a known shape, and you kind of know what you're working towards. Okay. So look at that. We've already got much of our shape going on there. So we'll take another piece of paper. Let's take a plain orange one. And this one I'm going to slide in here. And my 2 green pieces there, we're just going to fit right into those pockets. Okay, now look at that. And I've got 1 unit left. And this unit's going to just sit across the top there. And I can see that this corner will slide into this pocket here. Flip it right over. This corner will go into this pocket here. And finally, these will fit across into the little pockets on the top. And there we have our cube.